Welcome back to Spragueburg Homestead. I'm Nikki on another 4-H Friday. All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about what kinds of classes kids can actually show in at 4-H fair. And the reason you should know this going into a project is to kind of keep an eye on the prize, the goal, so to speak. What tends to happen is a lot of times people go and they buy, something cutesy for the kids to do, and then find out later that, your kid actually wants to do a breeding project or a meat pin or something like that. And maybe that Craigslist find for $5 doesn't fit the bill for that. So we're going to talk a little bit about what kind of classes there are, what kind of rabbits you're going to use for those classes. And that'll kind of give you an idea of what you are kind of aiming for. Okay, so the very first class that you're going to do in fair is always going to be your showmanship. So you can go and you can do market pins and all the rest of that kind of stuff, but you always are going to show in showmanship. That's the very first thing. If you take a rabbit to fair, they're going to make you show in showmanship. Showmanship is all about the kids. It's about how they handle the rabbits and their rabbit knowledge. So what that means is you can use anything. This is where your $5 and $10 Craigslist finds work perfect, because it's all about the kids. As long as they can handle the rabbit, it's fine. Unfortunately, if you pick a rabbit just for showmanship, that limits everything else you can do. But that's all you're going to do with it, is just showmanship. That is the main class. From there, we go into breeding classes. So breeding classes are designed for animals that are going to be used in a breeding project down the road, or maybe they're being used for a breeding project now. These animals are going to be generally purebred. They're going to be judged according to their breed standard. So if you're going to get into, say, New Zealand to do a breeding project later, you might take your breeding stock, your buck, your doe, or some of your grow outs that you're going to use maybe later, and you can enter those in breeding class. They're going to be judged to the standard for that breed. Pretty much every fair in the United States is going to go off of the U.S. standard, which is the ARBA standard. You can get a standard of perfection for like $25 online. They'll ship it directly to you. It'll have all the breeds in it, which is kind of handy to have. But it'll say everything from your minimum weights, maximum weights, and exactly what the rabbits are judged on. Why this is important is because every breed is judged differently. You get into stuff like New Zealand, which is mostly judged on its actual type and fur. You get into something like the Harlequin, which is mostly judged on its markings and color. So it's important to have that standard. Sometimes you'll pick up a rabbit from a breeder and they might be able to provide you with a copy of the standard. Technically speaking, you are not to make copies out of the ARBA standard of perfection. Breeders that are ARBA members that are caught doing that can be kicked out of the organization, so don't do it. For $25, it's worth having, especially if your child is going to stay involved in 4-H, or if you've got a club. I always tell leaders to make sure that you've got one that your kids can take notes out of at class when you do your 4-H classes. And that's fine. But that's going to be your breeding class. From there, you go into, and not every fair has that, so I'll just say this, production class. So production class is created for you see more older kids do it. It's created for the kids that have it in mind that they're going to run their own breeding program. Which we'll talk about in other videos of that, the importance, especially if you're going to do market pins. I think it's important that you're doing your own breeding program. But what this is basically done, and the rules vary wildly. This is not something that ARBA has, at least I couldn't find it in the standard. Production class is usually only a 4-H thing. Not all fairs and counties and states offer it. The rules of it change wildly by where you are. So it's typically done with does, not bucks. Although I have seen now that they're doing some buck production. But basically, the doe is judged not only on her physical breeding form. So it's just like a breeding class where she's actually judged to her standard, but also how she does in production. So the kids have to present production records of when she kindled, how many she's kindled, how many made it to maturity. At least this is typically what I've seen. How many litters that she's had, because these are things that, so as does have had litters, it changes their bodies. They can be a little softer. They might not be as, hard muscled as they used to be. These are things that the judges take into consideration. Maybe that doe in her prime was absolutely a 10, right? Maybe she's only a 7 now, but if the judge looks at it and says, well, this doe is 3 years old and has had 6 litters of 10 and 12 offspring, she still might place at the top of the class. Usually they don't make you bring any offspring. Some fairs do expect you to bring at least a pen of 2 or 3 or 4 offspring so that the judge can evaluate the offspring that doe is producing. So if you want to do something like a production class, check with your local fair, get all the rules, because like I said, it varies wildly by fair and county, and find out if it's something you guys offer and what the rules of it are. It's a really neat class. They do production classes in other species. I think it's a great thing. It's just not something we see a whole lot of. So from there, we go into the thing that most people think of, and that's meat pen or market classes. So there are different criteria depending on where you're at. Some organizations go off of the ARBA standards, some go off their own rules. We're in a county here in Klamath that our rules for our market pens is actually set by state fair, so it's different than the ARBA standard. What is pretty universal is you tend to have fryer class, you have a roaster class, you have a pen of 3 fryers and a pen of 3 roasters. And I will talk a little bit more about that in another video where we actually talk about what those typical ages are and exactly what the criteria behind all that is. But that's something you need to know, because when you do a market pen, you, at bare minimum, if you're going to do a pen of 3, you want to have cage space for not only that pen of 3, but also spares. Because every now and then somebody will get a rabbit that'll croak and then they don't have a pen of 3 anymore. So you need to make sure that when you're doing your housing that you've got all that figured out. Lastly tends to be kind of a fun class. Not every fair will offer this, so you might want to check. But most of the 4-H fairs now are doing just kind of it's not really judged so much on the animal as it is the kids and the condition of the rabbits. But it's a class made specifically for neutered animals, spayed animals, or animals that might be purebred that have a known defect that can't be judged in the breed classes. Maybe they've got a broken tail, a missing toe, a missing tooth, white spotting in a breed that doesn't allow that. They call it something different in every fair. Usually it's just a fun show or a crossbreed class. You can also enter crossbreeds. This is a good place for that because they can't be judged in the breed classes. Pretty much every fair I've seen now does this, but you do want to check and see if that's something your fair offers, because most of these rabbits don't actually have a standard of which to be held because of whatever reason. They pretty much just judge the rabbits off their condition. Are they fat? Are they skinny? Does their fur look good? Are they clean? That sort of thing. It's a nice fun class for those kids at show and showmanship that maybe have something that doesn't qualify for the other classes. From there, you get into all kinds of fun stuff. Some 4-H shows do costume classes. Some do rabbit hopping. There's all kinds of fun stuff, but these are the basic classes that you'll see. And it's important to talk to your child, or if you're a kid, go to mom and dad and say, here is what I want to do, so that you get set up appropriately with the right cages and the right breeds, which we will talk about in an upcoming video. That's it for today from Sprague Homestead. If you have questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the bottom. I'll be happy to get back to you. You have a great day. See you next time. Happy homesteading.